Okay, obviously it's a Jamaican rum, so I'm starting. Welcome back to another episode of Rum and Reasoning.
Rum and Reasoning. Talk to me, bro. What's going on?
I've seen this rum for a while, yeah, and I'll be
Why
honest
is it you always come with Jamaican rum, bro?
because I'm Jamaican. Call me a yardie. Call me. Sorry,
Bro, you have to open up your team, bro. Some of the best rums
I
I've
have.
tried,
No,
yeah?
no, we have.
Remember the South American, when we went for
Agreed.
the South American selection? yeah?
I agree. No, this one.
I'm bringing that back now because I think we're getting too anchored. We've got to try different things. Do you remember that? Did we do Filipino rum?
We did.
It's fantastic, bro.
did.
Like, you got to come, you have to come out
You know
a
what?
trench
Do you know
tone,
what? I'm
man.
gonna be. You know what?
Sea view, man. If
You
you come
know
out a
what?
sea view.
TG Southside Jungle. Sorry. You're 100% right.
Anyway, let's talk the rum.
I do need to broaden my horizons.
Let's talk
However,
Go on.
Rampus rum. I've seen it, and what it is, I felt pressured. You with me? Like, yeah. And I thought, well, you know, I've not tried this one, yeah? I'll be honest, yeah? This is a harsh. Yeah, this is harsh. This would go very well mixed with something very sweet.
It's basement business, bro.
I wouldn't advise you to drink this.
Paint stripper.
I wouldn't advise you to drink this on its own.
Yeah, man.
If you did, I would call Samaritans.
Yes, man.
Or another, just get some help.
Domestic abuse.
Whatever. Do not drink this outside of a cocktail. In a cocktail, before carnival, or like...
Yeah, I hear that. In a rum punch.
Yeah, in a rum
Drown
punch.
it in a rum punch.
Boy!
Yeah.
But outside of that,
Nah, man.
you're going to see me sipping this very slowly.
That is to wash your hands with after you've been painting with vinyl paint, bruv. That's what that is for, bruv.
Yes. So every rum,
White spirits.
every rum has its use. I would give this. I think this would probably be the lowest ranked rum I've given it. It's not. It's about what it's for. Yeah, and this isn't for a nice, you know, like in your garden having a cigar and nah. This ain't that. This is you want to get lit quick, and you want it something sweet with it. That's your mate.
Our survey says,
Yeah.
That's what I say on that, bruv.
Two-
Zero.
It's a
Zero. It's a
man
zero.
said
Two.
I'd give it a 2. I'd give it a 2.
Nah, man.
2 out of 5.
No, I give that a 0 on the rum. That's a first, but that's where we're at with that. That is a nil point.
But you know what? I had a bit of a I've had a sore throat.
Let's
all
make it
week.
sex up. It's like tennis. It's love.
You know,
It's love. It's love.
I've had a sore throat all week, and for some strange reason, drinking
Feels
this
amazing
is kind
now,
of.
innit?
I feel a
Feels
lot better.
amazing now.
So yes, so that's a positive.
Anyway, what are we talking about today, bro?
Okay, all right. Mission versus family. So what we mean by mission versus family? I'm speaking strictly from a very masculine perspective. As a man, you're kind of programmed. We're often programmed with that hunter-gatherer, go out there and get it, acquire, conquer, so on and so forth, which sometimes can be very detrimental to our mental health and so on and so forth. However, inside yourself as a person, and I'm going to get a bit maybe spiritual deep. You know you have a purpose. All people, man, male or female. Yeah. And as a male, you know you're destined for certain things. You're able to achieve certain things. You deep within you hear it. You with me? Whether you listen to it or not, whether you tune into it or not, that's completely up to you. But when you begin to tune into it and you begin to listen, you know you have a purpose. You have a destiny. However you want to look at it, God ordained or whatever. Yeah. And oftentimes you may be forced to sacrifice or go off track. And oftentimes that can be like for your family. Now, a lot of men, and I remember us speaking about it, there comes a time where you've got to make a decision. Is it going to be that mission, what you're on, or are you going to almost domesticate yourself and go for family? And that's what I'm putting out there. So
It's a weighty one.
yeah, man, this ain't no joke. So
It's a weighty
let
one.
me get your view on that one.
Me.
Yeah, man. No, who, bro? It's just me and you in here. Shaco.
Mission first. Mission first.
Lone wolf.
Mission first. If no, it's not that. Well, maybe, but I think that I think as a man, your mission comes first. Your mission comes first, and everything is subordinate to the mission. That's my personal viewpoint. I know it's strong, and not everyone's going to agree with it. I think different personality types may have a different view.
That's a lot.
Yeah, may have a
And
different
culture as well.
Yeah, and culture and goals and ambitions or whatever it is. But I think that as a man, your mission comes first, and I think that really you shouldn't even. Your family should be predicated on being able to communicate your vision. So, for example, if you're gonna get with somebody, a partner, that should be based on the fact. Well, listen, Tina, this is what I'm on. You know,
where did you get Tina from?
Tina,
Where did you get Tina from?
We're just gonna throw
All right.
Tina in
Okay.
generic.
All right,
generic.
Ike. Okay.
We're gonna just throw in some generics. But I'm saying, yo, listen, Tina, this is what I want to do. I want to be a film star. Do you know what I mean? I want to, I don't know, build a chain of restaurants. I'm working my way up. I want to be a chef. My destiny is to work with children and really improve their lives in the inner city community. Whatever it is, this is my vision, and I'm just making it clear that this is what I'm dedicating myself to.
Yeah.
You understand? If you can accept that and you can embrace that, you know what I mean, then I'll give you the best. I'll give you the best of me. Do you know what I mean? We can go on to build it, but you have to understand. This is what I'm working towards. I have a vision for myself, and this is where I see myself in X amount of years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Can you get with that? Can you fit into that? You know what I mean? Like, does that work for you? Does it resonate with you? And although it sounds harsh, right? It doesn't really sound harsh to me, but I'm watching the way that you're skinning up your face.
No, the reason why is because we're going to struggle on this one because I agree with you. But
Yeah.
Even when you said in this modern whatever,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like politically correct. But unfortunately,
that's the
that's
deal.
the reality.
I think
And
that,
young men, if you will back and listen to what he said, if you're dealing with a woman,
that's not on your program.
that's the conversation that you need to have. And you need to be... The problem is, enough man, and not to kind of go into the relationship thing, we do touch on it. Enough man ain't having those real conversations with gal. They'll kind of string them along, chat certain things, and then they realize, oh my God, Ra, you weren't really serious, you weren't really on it. Tell a gal, yo, this is what I'm on.
I look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
And the perspective that I look at it from is, I think that a lot of men, sadly, in modern times, don't have visions and they don't have missions and they're idle of that. And I think that the reality of where I would approach this conversation from in terms of mission, is I think that women actually, this is my experience and it's my view of the world, the way I look at things. I think that women actually, regardless of what people say, it's not PC or whatever, actually more embrace, do you understand, dealing with a man who has a mission.
Agreed.
As opposed to someone, because a man without a mission is like a rudderless boat. It's just it can go anywhere, really. Do you know what I mean? It's a car with no driver.
It provides zero safety.
Like, where are we going? So we could be here this time, then we could be here. Like, I think it brings a man needs a mission, and a mission brings stability.
Yeah.
It brings stability to him, which he can then impart to his household. Do you understand? Yeah. And you build from there. Do you know what I mean? Nobody wants to sign up to the mission where we don't know where we're going. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's just my view. Anyway.
Your point. I'm with you 100%, and I'm going to speak quite controversially now, and I may even be cancelled. But
you're going to get cancelled.
Am I in a position to be cancelled?
They cancelled you long time ago, bro.
Yeah, nah. I've been towing the line, but I'm going to talk. I'm not going to get cancelled like I see certain other men can't get cancelled. But let's not go there. It can be difficult for young men sometimes. I similar to you. I mentor quite a few young men, and a lot of those young men come from single parent homes. Yeah, and one of the things I realized about coming from a single parent home, one of the detrimental things of coming from a single parent homes.
For any children, or just for boys?
Specifically for boys.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is you would have you more than likely would have never seen your mum, be exalted or being treated softly. you would have never seen your mum being treated like someone send a flower, someone buy a gift, or so on and so forth.
Yeah.
The likelihood, I'm not saying all encompassing, likelihood, what you would have seen is struggle. So when you come to get into a relationship, you're going to go to one of two extremes, yeah? Where you're going to, well, the next woman I'm with, I'm going to give her everything and leave nothing for yourself, yeah? Or you're going to go to the extreme where, boy, I never see my mum do that. So, like my mum struggled, so that's what women do, and that's like what's programmed into your head.
It's pimping or simping, basically.
It's
one of the two.
It's a man. Yeah. It's always at the extremes.
Yeah.
And I say that to say, you're not focusing on your thing. You're not focusing on yourself. You're not focusing on your energy. You don't see the power in yourself as a young man.
Okay.
You don't see the ability to create and manifest. And unless as a young man, and this is why being on your mission is so important, unless as a young man, you begin to feed in to and understand your mission and manifest your destiny, and that is what you're logged into. You're not receiving any other messages. You are going to struggle. You are going to struggle greatly.
In what?
In life.
In life, in general. If you ain't got a mission.
If you are unable to plug into that mission,
yeah.
If you're unable to, as you said, you use a rudderless boat, and I see it.
Yeah.
It's painful to watch.
I think. All right, I'd agree with that. I think though
we're agreeing a lot today.
I think on that particular one though, the only challenge with that is that a lot of people without mentorship or without balanced situations, I think can struggle sometimes. Even when you use words like purpose and mission, sometimes they sound a little bit esoteric. They sound a little bit out there for the average person, right? So I think a lot of people struggle sometimes to find their gifting or their purpose or their mission or whatever it is. You always hear people in those kind of conversations, but how do I find what my purpose is? How do I find? But that's a different conversation, right? I think where the talking point here is with mission kind of versus family, or what comes first, mission or family or whatever, is women demanding balance. I think
from their men.
Yeah, I think that because I think the natural.
Let me get comfy.
Yeah, I think the natural. I think the natural, not the natural, but I think the more commonplace talking points that come up when this question about what comes first, mission or family, mission or whatever, is framed is, well, nah, why there should be balance, or like your wife should come first, or your family should come first, or your dish should come first, or do you know what I mean? Like it should be balanced. Do you understand? Now that's something that I think that's worth exploring, because I know for me personally, I think that using the rudderless boat, there just can't be about. I think it goes against the nature of man at his best. A man at his best, yeah? If you just think in society, I'm just going to layer a little bit before you jump in. If you think a man at his society, whatever the archetype is, the warrior, the warrior is dedicated
to the craft.
To the craft of being a soldier. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Whatever it is, yeah? Whatever archetype you look at, do you understand? The lover. If you look at the lover, the playboy, there's a reason why he can't get like the consistency down, because he's just focused on the womanizing. Do you understand? Whatever it is, the teacher, he's dedicated to mastering knowledge so that he can pass it on and disseminate it to the community. And I could go on and on and on. The spiritual person, the pastor, the imam, whatever it is, he's dedicated to his scriptures. His scriptures come first.
It's funny you touch on that, because that's where I'm about to go.
Yeah. So whatever it is that I think that is, whenever you look at man, or you look at whatever it is, point to me one of the greats in society, someone who's really traversed and showed what it is to be an athlete, what it is to be a freedom fighter, whatever it is to be an XYZ, fill in the blank. It brings the need to put the mission first.
It's funny, the other day my brethren, he was laughing after me, because I can't remember what I said. I said something about like something religious. It's like, ha 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 ha. Like, look at you. Before you used to talk about bun this, bun that, and now all of a sudden, as I have become older and as I've gone through certain things in life, I have developed my relationship with God now.
You found your faith, yeah?
Yeah, I have much more developed my relationship with God. And as a man, God comes first.
100%.
And if God comes first, and your mission is God ordained, you with me? So that's why I said when you tap into that, whatever that thing is inside of you that's manifesting. I didn't say it at the time, and I don't want to come across preachy.
It is what it is, bro.
I don't want to come across preaching. Now, whatever it is. When you realize what that is inside of you, what that that voice is inside of you, yeah, that you're trying to connect to is God, yeah. Everything else comes second. So when you're talking about balance, yeah, another thing you've got to realize, if you're with a woman who is of the world, now I'm sounding proper, amen. If your woman isn't, you're not evenly yoked with your woman, yeah, amen. Proper sounding. I'm sorry, hey, bro, we're gonna have to preacher, you know.
Forget about your insecurities, bro. Just talk your thing, man. Come on, bro. There's nothing wrong with talking.
No, the reason why I say that is because I know, like, the man would tease me, innit?
Okay, yeah.
But I'm being real. Like, if your woman can't plug into that, yeah, and she doesn't understand that concept, you're wasting your time. Because if your woman's talking about balance and you got to do this and you got to do that, but she doesn't understand what you're on is your mission, and she can see that you're a man who is, bear with me, your mission is ordained by God and you're connected, yeah? And what you're trying to do is for the greater good, then that's not the woman for you. You're going to have to ease her off.
I see you right. I see you right on that. And as a God-fearing guy as well, I would just agree out and out with what you're saying. However, I would say that even, just to bring it back more mainstream, even if you weren't basing your mission on your faith, there still can't be no balance. Do you get me? Irregardless of whether you're rooting your mission in God or whatever it is, as a man, there cannot be... I think balance in itself, yeah, and this is just my viewpoint, this would be a discussion point, we'll do some polls or something like that to get people's opinion, right? But balance is a bit of a misnomer. Because you can't, in order to be great at something, you can't have balance. Yeah. You can't say, I want to be the best at jiu-jitsu, but I'm just going to do it once a week, and I'm gonna do yoga on Wednesday, and I'm gonna do, I don't know, step aerobics on Friday. It doesn't work like that. Like, if you want to be great at something, you have to go all the way in. And the truth of the matter is, all right, obviously there's some kind of conditions and flexibility on that to a degree, right? Because obviously you still got to raise a family, you still got to look after yourself, blah, blah, blah. You're not just going to be sitting at a desk tapping all day long. But whatever your mission is, you got to go all the way in. Yeah. So balance for me is a false construct that's come up, and I don't know where it's come from, but I think it is ruining a lot of people, ruining a lot of relationships, because people are looking for something that doesn't really exist. And if it is artificially created, it's going to deliver feedback, and that feedback is, do you understand, you're going to have a man who's kind of like all over the shop because he's got nothing to fully invest himself into. He's not fully committed himself to becoming the best version of himself. That's my opinion. To
play angel's advocate, come and deal with the devil. I listened to something yesterday and it said, very interesting. It said, in 2025, women, statistics for women, women, if you don't get married, you have longer life. If you don't get married, you statistically earn more money. If you don't get married,
where do you get those stats from? That's not real. That's not right.
So I know if you're a woman and you live longer if you don't married. I know that for sure. If you're a man and you're married, you live longer. If you're a woman and you're married, you live shorter. I know that as a fact. I was listening to this and I was like,
interesting.
And I'm plugging it into this narrative about, if a woman's hearing this, if a woman's listening to this podcast and she's saying, basically, like as a man, you're going to be on your mission and you're going to be doing what you're doing.
And I'm going to be third, fourth, fifth down the line.
Yeah, or
Priority.
I'm just going to be at home alone, like with kids swinging off this, that, and that. That doesn't seem like a very attractive prospect for a man who is like tuned in, and all she's asking for is a little bit of time and a little bit of attention and this, that, and the other. What's wrong with that? If I'm just going to play angel's advocate, I'll pose it to you and then you can kind of bounce it back to me. Like, we live in a world now where, like, we're not in the 19th century where women are at home with one bag of pickney and you can go out on the road and do your mission or whatever it is and come back and a dinner's cooked. Like, we live in a different society, a very, very different society. Can we still really expect women to plug into this arguably misogynistic view that a man... What about if it's the woman with a vision? Play angel's advocate. What are your thoughts?
All right, so to start first, I think that...
Like Oprah.
I think it's just a false picture, right? I think it's a bit of a false flag to think that just because a man's about his mission and he's dedicated his life to something, that means that you're going to be at home all the time while he's doing X, Y, Z. I don't think it means that. I think in any relationship that time needs to be made to nurture and water the garden. That is your relationship, whatever it is, yeah. But in terms of that, I think it's a bit of a false flag, and I think you just got to look at again, what is the point to the best amongst us, society, for crossing all color lines or whatever it is, the best amongst us, the people that we all want to aspire to be as men, are men who had a vision, such as I don't know why this come to my mind, but Martin Luther King. I was going to say Gandhi, but he's not a good example. Terrible but anyway, example. Yeah, I was going to say... Martin Luther King ain't a great one. I'm just thinking, no, Martin Luther King's cool. Malcolm X is cool. I mean, these are people that I admire. I don't know. I don't want to just keep it all in this kind of freedom-y fightery kind of zone, though. I mean,
like a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan in the sports world. Them man were mad, like ridiculously focused. In the 10,000 hours.
I don't know, like whatever. Johnny Cochran, like just put people in different categories, whether it's legal, whether it's professional, whatever it is. Like those, the best amongst us, the people that we really all as admire in humanity are people who are typically as men anyway. Are people that have a mission.
So let me ask you this question then, because really that's like excuses like that. You've got to be on the grind, Got to be on. So how do you balance that with fatherhood? You know you're not going to be there. Because I have this discussion with my friend.
So you're talking about like workaholic dads?
Yeah, I have this conversation with my friend. So even me, for example, I work a full-time job.
Right.
Work a full-time job.
Yeah.
I have a business outside.
Yeah.
I'm on this podcast.
Right.
I'm on another podcast.
Yeah.
I do various different things.
Right.
In a week, on average, I probably work a 65 to 80 hour week.
Okay.
On average.
It's a long week, man.
It's a long
week, bro.
It's a long week where you're trying to fit in. Because technically, we're still here. I'm still here working. Yeah?
Yeah. I see you.
Yeah, I'm not at home, like, cuddled up watching Coronation Street. Do you know what I mean? Or EastEnders. There are other brands available. How do you then balance that mission with family life and fatherhood? Are you just going to be one of those dads who, like, I don't know, like a Elon Musk? I don't know. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut before we get locked off. Like, do you get what I'm saying? How do you balance that then?
I just don't see the question. I don't see the point.
If you're doing 80-hour weeks,
yeah,
how can you be there for your kids?
Well, arguably, couldn't you be doing an 80-hour week without being dedicated to a mission? I mean, it's just life, right? You could be working you could be working in the factory or at a plant, not knowing what your mission is, but you just need to do those hours to get by. So I think that's a little bit of a red herring in terms of the hours and stuff like that. I think, and again, I don't necessarily think that you need to be working a 60 or 80-hour week to be on your mission. I know people who are working significantly less hours, and it's not necessarily the time commitment to the mission all the time. It's the mental commitment. Do you understand? It's knowing that this is what's driving me. This is the reason why I'm getting up. This is what's ticking, and this is what I'm focusing my mental attention to. While I'm sitting down, I'm not zoning off. I'm thinking about like, where is my life going? Is this lined up? Like, where is this trajectory going? What do I need to work on? I'm just constantly. I'm not speaking about myself. I'm saying one. Yeah, is constantly zoned in to that kind of energy. So no, I don't know that. But that's the answer to the first question. Yeah. The other one was, what if the woman is the breadwinner, so to speak?
Yeah, you that one still.
I don't know rightfully about that one. I think it's got to be. It's kind of a reverse role thing then, right? If the relationship is predicated upon the wife or the mother being the breadwinner, then everyone's just got to fit in where they fit in, right? Daddy's got to be a support system, right? If that's the way that it works, what would be the alternative, right? If that's the situation that you guys are working with, which is fine.
So just get personal. In your house, are you the breadwinner?
I'm the breadwinner, yeah.
And if that circumstance changed over the next 2 to 3 years, like how do you think you'd be able to adapt?
I think it'd be very challenging for me, because I think that my viewpoint is extremely traditional, and barring, I think I don't know. It's an interesting one to play out, but I think I would probably feel a little bit like a failure.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'd probably feel.
If your missus is running.
I think I'd probably personally feel like a bit of a failure if.
Why?
Not if my. No, let me just categorize that properly. Not if my missus was running, but if I wasn't running, I think I would feel a little bit of a failure. But I think it depends on. I think that really depends on what your setup is.
Hold on.
Go for it.
So I'm going to challenge. I'm not challenge you, but so. Yeah. Would you say your missus, you're the one who's running at the moment? So your missus, not that your missus isn't, but you're the breadwinner.
I'm the breadwinner.
You're the breadwinner. Does that mean your missus is a failure?
No, I don't think that means my missus is a failure. But I'm a traditionalist, yeah.
I hear that.
So I look on structures and roles within a relationship from a traditionalist standpoint. So I don't think that when a man gets with a woman, I know this might sound a little bit archaic, but it's just, I think there's a lot of us that see the world like this. I don't think that when a man gets with a woman, that it's that woman's responsibility to go out there and bring the bread home and put it on the table. I think that that with traditional role sets, the male is supposed to be a breadwinner. Now it's flexible, it's fluid. Yeah. So for example, if for whatever reason you get together as a couple and it happens to be I'm just going to use the term like the husband or the wife, right? If it happens to be the wife who has the more dominant vision, all right? So she says, listen, Ike, see what I've done there? Yeah. Listen, Ike, I've got a tremendous career that I've got planned out in publishing. Yeah. And this is my dream. This is what I'm working towards. And this is what's going to come first, or however it works out. And, everyone signs up to say, all right, well, cool. All right, Tina, I'm going to support you in what you're doing.
I'm not even talking about that. Sorry. So what are you talking about? I'm talking about like where you've been running for the past, say, 20 years. I'm going to say 20 years just to cover like the age of your children.
Yeah.
Like 20 years, yeah?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, let's say your missus starts, I don't know, a makeup blog.
And it just blows up.
And she starts I don't want to say little because it could be. Starts, little Instagram page, boom, she's getting brand deals, she's getting this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Bro, her thing's running, Well,
that's a different...
Simultaneously, your industry may be on the decline.
Yeah.
And in 3 years' time, she's the breadwinner. Would you feel less than? Would you still feel less than?
No, not at all. In that situation, I feel pretty blessed and fortunate that obviously my situation has gone down, but my partner's situation has gone up. I feel very different. But I think, again, those kind of situations, it almost sound, I thought he was going to say, well, what happens if your wife wins the lottery kind of thing? It's kind of, I don't, although that isn't a wild card things like that happen
all the time.
I don't think it's as commonplace.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as commonplace. Do you get what I'm saying to you? And I'm not approaching this from a macho perspective differently. So I'm not saying, oh well, women, like we live in a modern society, right? So everybody's got their career and things can pop. But I think that I just think that personally, yeah. I think that women have so much on their plate, yeah, especially if you decide to build a family, that I think it puts undue pressure on a woman to ask them to be a wife, a mother, and a breadwinner. I think that there should always be
The option.
the option for women to concentrate on other ministries, for lack of a better word, or for other dynamics within their womanhood. I don't know.
Do you know, I agree with you ultimately,
Yeah.
and I've come to this conclusion.
Yeah.
I
think it's incumbent on a man.
But I do think it's something that we have to.
A man should feel pressure. Do you understand? I think men are built for pressure.
However, we do have to acknowledge the dynamic that in today, in mod, especially if we're going to talk about being of a Caribbean background.
Yeah, go on.
The women are more educated than the men.
Yeah.
And the women are more likely, therefore, to be higher earning or in higher earning careers.
I think that
statistically, you see, you see, hold on. In wider society, they might in wider society, yes, I'm being very, very specific.
Yeah.
Black women,
yes,
are generally, if you're going to talk about mean, median, and mode, more educated, and they are higher earners on average than the men.
Yeah.
So it's a dynamic that kind of has to be taken into account so you can't be a woman. Like I hear this, I am being angel's advocate. You know, like a man says, like my mission is, I'm gonna be a rapper. You with me? Like, no, bro, no. Why are you looking at me like that, Shaco? Like, I heard.
You heard the Excel.
I heard
Excel. Yeah.
From high on up on high.
Yeah.
And you hear that where like a woman invests in a man's dream, whatever it is, it could be his business, it could be his this, that, and the other, and it amounts to nothing. So it can be scary for a lot of women.
Well, I don't know.
Do you not think so? It can be scary for a lot of women to invest in this man's dream, believe in him.
We're going back to the conversation about picking, right? And who you choose when we're talking about that, because really and truthfully, the quality. If you're choosing a relationship, if you're choosing a partner,
I think it's important we talk about this. Talk to us.
The dynamic, and this is where dads are important, and this is where this is where dads are important. This is where just like masculine men and men of experience are in problem, like the village. Even if it's just like someone that even if it's just someone that you work with, do you understand? Who's a senior person who you really can appreciate. You know what? This is an older man who I can ask about X, Y, Z. I think that you when you're qualifying when a woman is qualifying a man, and whether she's gonna hitch her car,
gonna choose,
to his horse. You get me? For lack of a better terminology. Those plans have to be evaluated. Now, you know what? Just so happens that I have a few friends that friends, acquaintances who've done extremely well in the music business, So I don't look down on someone who says, you know what, my mission is to be a rapper, my mission is to be a poet, my mission is to be a producer, whatever it is. What? So just because it's not in my world doesn't mean that my mission's greater than your mission. However, they're just, whatever the mission is, there needs to be a certain amount of stability attached to that, right? Because if a woman's going to devote themselves to a man, do you get me? Like, they need to feel comfortable on where you're going. So that would have to be followed with backup questions. All right, well, cool. If this is your mission, how do you see, for example, you being able to support me? Do you understand? If we're going to have children and stuff. Like, if you haven't made it by X time, what's the backup plan? Like what? There has to be qualifying questions. You get what I'm saying to you? Just like they would.
I wish that was the case.
Well, I mean, look. If you've ever gone to take a car on finance, right, or anything on finance for that matter, there's a particular line of questioning, that the creditor or the underwriter is going to look at. All right, cool. This car or this whatever it is, this product costs £1,000 a month. Let's just throw out easy figure, £100 a month. Let's go for 1,000. You earn £1,200 a month. we're not giving you this. You can't afford it. It's too close. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Like, all right, so let's stress test this. All right, we've looked at it. It's cost £1,000 a month, and we can see on your bank statements or whatever you're sending that you're earning £2,000 a month. But like, can you just like note out for us like what your income is? Because we just want to stress test this and know that, you know what, if something were to happen next week and whatever that was, you needed to spend 400 quid on your shopping, or you got a baby or something, like that, you could still afford these payments because you're taking out this for another 3 years.
Term, yeah.
So we need to know. It's the same thing. It's the same way that I think that a woman should stress test a man's vision when he's presenting it to them. Do you know what I mean? All right, cool. Do you understand? Like, you want to be a plumber, and I've met you and you're working in John's plumbing firm. Do you know what I mean? You've been doing it for a year or two. You got a driving license, and you want to have your own plumbing company. Tick, 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 tick. You know, this is kind of passing, you know, the kind of sniff test. Do you get me? You want to be a rapper, or you want to be an MC. Cool. A music producer, whatever it is, the one of the kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Right, let's stress test this. All right, cool. So where are you at? What income are you making with this? Like, what deals have you got signed up? What partnerships have you got in place?
I can say this. Sorry to cut. If women did what you said, we'd live in a very different society.
Right. Well, you know what though? These kind of conversations are the kind of conversations that if they're not put out there, then
you never know.
You never know. There's like, these are the kind of conversation I'd have with my daughters. And maybe just from hearing this, it gives a young woman who's listening to this the opportunity. Someone forwards it, they like, subscribe, share, blah blah blah, and you get me. The message goes through.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Final thoughts?
No, final thoughts is, and again, a lot of the things we direct specifically at young, and I'm thinking of a particular young man when I say this. Yeah, I tell you what's mad. I called a family friend yesterday,
Yeah.
Family friend. The other day, a little bit younger than me, grew up together. We're like cousins kind of thing. Anyway, and I called him, and he's a man I see very devoted to like his youth. You know, does a football run, this school, that school, does so much. And I called him. I said, bro, focus on your thing. He's like, what do you mean? I said, bro, I see what you're doing, bro. I said, focus on your thing, because there's going to come a time, see them youths there that you devoted all your energy to.
All this community work that you're doing.
No, I'm talking, no, his kids.
Oh, they're his kids?
They're his kids, bro.
Okay.
I say, you see the time them youths are going to be on their, they're going to come, but they're going to go off and they're going to be on their own thing, you know? What are you going to have?
Do you think he's hiding? You think that guy is hiding?
I think to some extent, yeah.
Hiding in the whole kind of daddy kind of domestic kind of world.
You can become engrossed with it, and especially in the black community as well, because we're shamed a lot. Yeah, even though the statistics show that black dads, black American, black Caribbean dads are some of the most involved, active dads. Yeah. Despite what all the flipping podcasts say. Yeah. That you're almost...
There's some bad eggs. There's some bad eggs out there.
There's bad eggs everywhere, bro.
Yeah. There's some bad eggs, though. But the bad eggs are loud.
No.
People shove a microphone
that's the problem.
Face,
people shove a microphone. But if you look at the statistics, when it comes to being involved, black dads are the most active if you look at it across the board of all races, So sometimes, like, we're frightened or scared into doing so much. Enough of them other dads I see, them man do bare minimum, bro. Bare minimum, and they get bare Christmas cards. I said to him, Bridget, there's going to come a time where your kids, they're going to grow up and have done their own thing, and it's just going to be you. And you ain't done nothing for yourself. And you see, what you will grow is resentful of your youths. And you'll tell them, you never, all right, look at all I, you know them talk, that all I did, hold on, let me finish. So, I say this to say, as a man, it's why it's so important that you have your mission and you do your thing, because what you don't want to live your life with is no regrets. And when you see, I say this all the time, when you see man outside the bookie, drunk, blah, 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 all them man that you cuss off, it's because they lived their lives with regrets. The man that never focused on their mission and did their thing. That's what it comes down to. I'll end it there. Talk to me, Shaker. What are you saying?
Yeah, no, I see you right. I think that the point that you just raised, I think a lot of people do look for excuses and things that they can hide behind, right? To make up for the fact that they know that there is a void in their life, which is a mission that they need to be pursuing.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, so I hear that. But I mean, I think on this particular topic, if we're talking about, you know, mission versus family or whatever it is, I don't actually think it's a mission versus family. I just think that in order for the family or a family to reach its full potential, that the mission of a man has to come first, because a man with a mission is a focused man. He's a more dialed in man. And I think sometimes it's almost like having being centered in a mission or a purpose actually gives you more vitality.
Agreed.
And that vitality then leads into being a better father, being a bit more decent. Yeah, 100%. So that's why I'd end it for mission first. And ladies, if you're trying to connect with a guy, you don't need to be vetting that mission.
Yeah, you need to be reading that mission plan, not business plan.
You need to be looking at that legal paperwork, man. You need to be looking at that legal
Agreed.
pack. Yeah, another one, bruv. Love it.
Rum Reasoning. Make sure you like, subscribe,
share.
follow, and all that good stuff. Bang.